Hey everybody, welcome back. As always, doesn't matter who you are or how you found us, we're glad you're here. So today I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey and getting back on the path. So we just moved to Idaho. That was kind of a, packing everything up from Virginia, driving. So I ended up having to load it up a truck, loaded up our van with our family and the essential stuff, drove cross country. I ended up not enough room on the truck, had to get a storage unit, so I ended up flying back to Virginia, renting a U-Haul and driving back again by myself with the stuff from that storage unit here to Idaho. So probably like 10 days to 2 weeks on the road, sitting, doing roughly 8 to 10 hours of driving a day-ish, depended on the day. Plus, coming through the holidays, I have kind of slipped off, whereas more in the past, I stood for most of my job, did a lot of walking, would run on my lunch, do short workouts at home and everything, but that just kind of all stopped. Came through the holidays, I can tell I've gained some weight here. Not sure what I've gotten up to. Don't know where my scale is. I'm going to see if I can find one to kind of show what's going on, if there's any, as I'm making progress. So currently, this was my third year doing it, but in January doing a juice fast or a cleanse. It's from a book called The Master Cleanse. I want to say that's the name of it. You can find it on Amazon. It's a tiny, small little book, but it basically involves lemon or lime juice, some cayenne pepper, some maple syrup, and that's what you got for 2 weeks. It's a 14-day fast. So I'm actually on day 7 of that 14-day fast right as I'm making this video. So if you want the Master Cleanse, if you want to check that out, I recommend it. I heard about it from some guys I took some firearms training with over in Tennessee that do it kind of like January every year, and then maybe in July, depending on how you're feeling. But I'm in the middle of that right now. Check it out. Read the warnings and stuff on there. I'm not going to go into all that. That's your responsibility if you wanted to do it, but I recommend it. So my fitness journey, I wanted to share that with you guys. I have, at my heaviest, this was well over 10 years ago, I think I weighed 230 pounds. So much more round in the face, carrying a lot of weight around the midsection, and at one point it just became really apparent, this is not sustainable. And so decided to make some changes, dieting and working out in the traditional sense, or what, never really worked for me. Like I'd hit working out like good 2 or 3 days, and then I would just lose interest. I would diet, but give into that the temptation of the cookie or the donut or whatever. But then, I heard the phrase, or somebody talk about, it has to be a lifestyle change. It's not just going on a diet. It's not just working out. It's a lifestyle change. So you have to change the way you live your life. But trust me, it's worth it. So I typically would always bring my lunch to work because it's cheaper, but I would go, I had an hour, I worked in a store at a mall. I would clock out, go to my car, I had an hour, and I would watch movies on my phone. So Netflix, whatever, I'd stream that to my phone, I'd eat my lunch, and I'd sit there for the whole hour, watch the movie, and that was it. Then I'd go back to work. So one of the very first things I did was I decided to, okay, I'm going to go to my car. This is my lifestyle change. One of them. I'm going to go to my car. I am going to get in there. I'm going to watch 20 minutes of a show or a movie while I eat my lunch. I'm going to get out and spend the other 40 minutes of my lunch walking. If it was nice outside, I would walk around the outside of the mall. If it was raining or too cold or just too hot, I would go inside the mall and just walk around the perimeter. So yes, I was a mall walker. But I began to see a difference and feel a difference. My muscles and things like that getting more toned, some weight coming off because I wasn't just sitting doing nothing. Around that time, I think I also discovered the Jocko podcast and listened to a few episodes of that and began to do some other types of workouts and just making healthier choices with what I eat, as well as choosing. If I didn't have to go to the top of a 50-story building or something like that, if I only had to go up a few flights, I would take the stairs. So upstairs, downstairs, and the more you do that, the more you can do. But it takes discipline and perseverance, especially if you're just used to a sedentary job where you sit at a computer and look at a screen. It can be difficult starting out, but it is definitely possible because I've lost. I think I was down under 170 at one point. I know I put some of that back on now, but so eventually then started running, started working out. Once I had dropped more weight and was feeling a lot healthier, so that's, my fitness journey went from 230 down to like 165, something like that. That's what I am at my lightest. I'm probably between 180 and 190 right now. I typically hover around 170, so put on some weight. But here's my plan. I am in the middle of that fast, and then after that, the workout system that I really like is that I have come to really appreciate is so Pat McNamara's combat strength training. Hopefully there's not too much glare on that, but so Pat McNamara, if you're not familiar with who he is, he's a former Delta guy, long history in the military, but he has done his research, like talked to sports trainers, professional athletes, professional bodybuilders, and he's built this thing. So it's not CrossFit, it's not just straight up weightlifting, but he breaks down your body type, your fitness type, into, he calls it a combat chassis. So there's 4 types. There's a Ford Pinto, there is a 77 Impala, Jeep Wrangler, and a GT 500 Mustang. Yeah, but he covers like 4 or 5 different areas of your body. So you've got speed and quickness, you've got skills like balance and hand-eye coordination, strength training. So there is weightlifting involved and stuff like that. The further you get into it, the more, the more in depth you can get. But there's one of I kind of checked off some stuff on the side there. Ford Pinto workout, some of my Chevy Impala thing, crossing out what I did one day, and sometimes I'd mix these up. These are jump starts that he has on the system there. So hypertrophy. I can never say this right, but anyway, it's a good system. I'm going to stop talking because now I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'll have a link to his website down in the description. He's got like a book you can download, which is what what I've got here, I just downloaded and printed it, did full color printouts, and put it in a 3-ring binder here so I could reference it anytime I want. Because typically I don't, other than using my phone to listen to music, if I'm at the gym or while I'm working out, I don't do that. But one of the challenges I've got right now with starting this working out after the fasting is done is there's roughly any place, we're staying at my in-laws, I don't really have any place where I can just be like, hey, this is my gym space, and set up some mats and some weights and do that. There's just not really a good place here. I have all outside to use, but right now it's either a couple of feet of snow in the yards and everything like that, or right now outside the driveway, there's literally like probably a half inch of ice covering the whole driveway. So, and it's been like that for a couple of weeks now. It just hasn't really, it's melted up on the main roads where there's a lot of sun, but the driveway here on his property, there's just not a lot. But, and I'll show you here, let's go look at the fitness equipment I've got to work with. All right, let me take you over to where we got stuff stored here, and I will show you kind of what I'm working with here. So I guess we'll start right here at the beginning. It's a special operations equipment, large tool bag that's pretty much turned into my workout bag. It's what I take back and forth to work every day, but set up a little different for storing stuff right now. So some rubber bands, they're really thick kind, used for different kinds of workout and resistance training. I've got another kettlebell in there. So 550 or similar type cord used for doing over-under work, working on speed and quickness type stuff. I've got I don't know if you can see down in there, I've got my running shoes down in there. Racquetball for like hand-eye coordination drills, finger strength stuff in here in this bag. Sweat towel. I've got some grappling gloves in there, which I'm probably not going to be using those because I can't get my punching bag up anywhere. We don't really have any place to hang that. So some boat rope there, probably like 25 feet or so with a carabiner on the end. I've got some different things that I drag around for strength training and things like that. Got a balance board there. This is a contraption I made. It goes with this bar here. You put a weight on one end, make almost like punching or twisting actions with it. I'll show you guys that in another video. Maybe even show you how I made it. Kind of came to me, but it's just basically pipe, some screws, a lazy Susan, and plywood. I got another kettlebell, my 8-pound sledge. That is a medicine ball, lightweight medicine ball that I made out of one of my kids' old balls, bouncy balls that they punctured. So I filled it with sand, wrapped it in duct tape. Thing to get deeper push-ups. Weight bar here, all kinds of weights here and in these Walmart bags. Balance beam, and then I think so this is a 50-pound sandbag inside an old sea bag. And then here's a lot of my workout stuff that I just can't. My punching bag over there, pull-up bar for pull-ups, dips, and stuff like that I just don't really have any place to set up. And then this is my plyo box that I miss using. So, and my tire. All right, so that's the stuff that I'm working with, and so I'm gonna kind of customize a plan based on the fact that I've been haven't been working out, so I'll probably back off from where I was before we left Virginia. Based on the equipment that I've got available, I'm going to try to fill all these areas. There's a place in the book where it shows you all the different exercises, or a bunch of different exercises, not all of them, and what category they go in, dividing it up by the different days or whatever. I'm not talking about the whole system because it's his system, and if you want it, you need to go to him for, because it's not my property. I just like using it. But Pat Mac, if you're out there, I created this myself. It's a blank titled Custom up there. Made that all myself there. I'm going to be writing in that stuff. So on your website, it might be good for, if you sign up for all the videos and online coaching and stuff. If these were available, that'd be awesome. Like I said, I made this myself, so it's not a big deal now. I've got the files saved. I can just print more out. But that'd be something that would be really cool, because I couldn't find it anywhere at the time on the website. That may have been 9 months to a year ago that I made these. So yeah, I think that's it. I want to bring you guys along for some of this, and I'll be showing you some of the workouts and stuff like that. I enjoyed doing this stuff in Virginia. I look forward to it here. It's just adjusting the plan to what I've got, but fitness is important. How does fitness fit into preparedness? Well, if things break bad, you're going to have a better chance of surviving if you are in decent shape, at least. If you can run for a mile, if you can lift heavy things, carry objects. I always think about the reason I want to be in shape is if I need to defend myself or my family one day, or carry one of my kids out of a dangerous situation, or two of them, because they're fairly little right now. That's my motivation. But we'll talk more about that in other videos. But thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.